Hello and welcome to Blue Rising. My name is Richie Driss. Happy New Year, as it's the first show of 2026. Are we still doing Happy New Year?
We can do, Rich. I'm Will Brazier. We are back. We've got a brand new bumper show lined up. It's a big one today.
Cannot wait. We have got transfer talk, FA Cup football and a brand new Brummie sensation to talk about. But first of all, let's introduce our very special guests. Of course, we've got Tommy Mooney in the building. How are you?
All good. Nice to see you again, boys.
Happy New Year to you.
And you.
And we've also, Rich, we've actually got a proper guest as well. Please welcome Scott Wright.
He deserves a round of applause for that.
Thank you for having me, guys.
How you doing?
Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I was going to ask if you had a decent break over the Christmas break, but I guess not being a professional footballer.
Yeah, so obviously, thankfully for me, I was kind of back training with the boys from the start of December. So yeah, it was quite quiet for me in terms of getting back training and just keep myself ready for getting back playing.
Well, let's get right into it because I was at Cov. We were just speaking about it, but obviously on the bench. But what was that moment like for you? Just obviously training so hard to get to it and just being in that matchday squad.
Yeah, when you're injured for so long, it's kind of you've got that aim at the end of it. That's the top of the mountain. And yeah, it was great for me to be involved with the team, and it was a great result to go along with it. So that was the most important thing.
Obviously, it's been a hell of a road for you. But tell us about your integration back into the squad and actually playing football, because it must be tough, rehabilitating, but also trying to stay in with the teammates and keep cohesion in that regard as well, right?
Yeah, it's such a crazy dynamic. Obviously, you get the injury, then it's the sake of getting the surgery, and then it's coming out post-surgery, trying to get everything else right, making sure everything's okay, and that's just the sake of getting in the gym and trying to get back as quick as you can. As you say, you'll probably lose a couple of relationships in that way, in terms of supporting the boys from afar. You're not on the training pitch, so you're maybe not mingling with them in everyday scenarios, but you'll see them every now and again at kind of breakfast and lunch, and yeah, then also just support them at the weekend.
How's that dynamic been? Because obviously since the injury, so much has gone on, and obviously you're on your own journey as well. How did you find that?
Yeah, obviously mentally it's really tough. Obviously this being a second time, I kind of had an idea of what that process looks like. Unfortunately the first time it was just me by myself at that point. I was lucky this time that there was a great medical team who are constantly there for support, and I obviously had Lee Buchanan as well to kind of bounce off him a little bit. And you'll know throughout, obviously ours were unfortunately long injuries, but you'll get a couple of strays that will come in every now and again, and they're in for a couple of weeks and you see them off. So yeah, it's just a different dynamic to bounce off of, but I kind of had obviously Lee for the majority of it.
How's the morale in that changing room over that time? Like you say, you've got players coming in with short-term ones. Do they have to fit into your banter?
For sure, yeah. So like, it's the gym becomes me and Lee's and
tell me there's an induction for players that come in.
Well, to a certain degree now, but there probably should have been. But yeah, as you say, me and Lee get into our routine of what that looks like, and as I say, unfortunately, because we knew it was going to be a long road, that just becomes our new normal. That's what we're preparing for. We're not preparing for the game at the weekend. It's kind of getting through each schedule, and kind of with our rehab and return to play, each time we had kind of different things we needed to hit, different markers. So it was a constant aim for us to, once you hit that marker, you clear the gate and it's right, let's go and get the next one. So there's always something to be chasing.
You've had to wait. Obviously we signed you in League One, but obviously the dream was the Championship. We're in the Championship now. How just sort of ready and willing are you to sort of get there and get stuck in? Yeah,
that's obviously what the aim's been for me in terms of when I was signing. And unfortunately, things didn't go my way with the injury. But that's just part of football. I've worked, really hard throughout my rehab to try and be ready to help the team, and I'll be ready if called upon.
What's your thoughts on the Championship, having seen a lot of the games this season?
The first game, the home one to Ipswich, it was absolutely supercharged. I thought, wow, the speed of this is incredible. And then obviously, it's just different opponents bring different challenges and different, possibilities we need to try and break them down, or whether we maybe not have as much of the ball. Like that game against Cov, so maybe a little bit alien for us that we didn't have so much possession, but we get a result. And I think sometimes in this league it is just the sake of grinding out points and getting results, and yeah, that's the most important thing.
You've represented Scotland under 17s, 18s, 19s, 20s, 21s as well, yet to make your first team. It will happen, of course. It is a World Cup year. What are your sort of aims with regards to Scotland and maybe the World Cup as well?
Yeah, the initial aim for me is obviously just to try and get back fit here and play. And I think normally international football takes care of itself if your club football's doing it. So if I can try and get in the team here or help the team as much as I can, that should hopefully take care of itself.
Of course, and you would look to go. Would you go out to a match maybe out in the
Yeah,
USA?
also there's a good chance probably Dykesy and that'll be in the squad as well. So Grant Hanley, old teammate here as well. So I'll go out and see them.
Lovely.
If you don't make it, so that'll be a good travelling support for Scotland going out that way anyway.
Absolutely.
You've obviously sampled the last minute goal at Wigan, seen what St Andrews can be from on and off the pitch as well. Does that sort of aid your recovery a little bit and just get you eager to come back to create more of those moments as well?
As you say, you get these moments and there's highs and lows throughout a whole rehab, whether you get good days and bad days and you think, yeah, I'm coming back, I'm going to hit the ground running and get more moments like that, and then you've got low ones and you kind of maybe need moments like that to try and cling on to help you get through it. So yeah, obviously it's a complete roller coaster going through the rehab, but it's moments like that you kind of grab onto and think, right, I want to try and create more of them.
And you're almost coming back to a different group, aren't you? Because obviously we're in January now. Obviously we've been through the summer. How is the group at the moment? Have the dynamics changed in that, and sort of what have you come back into? Yeah,
that's the thing. As you say, there's so much change. The last time I played, it was in League One as well, so there's that change as well. But it's important that I think that the players they're bringing in here are all really buying into the project, and they're good people as well. That's the most important bit. As I say, I probably didn't have as much experiences, and seeing the boys in a lot is probably quick a relationship I can build with them as I can on the pitch, being injured, but you still see how good they are as people as well, so that's obviously really important for coming into the club.
Do you think there's anything while you're sat watching, I refer back to my time, long-term injuries, you learn a lot about yourself as well, and also about, because you're watching so much football, you learn different ways, don't you, on and off of the pitch. What's your main look backs?
Well, for sure,
your time?
The game obviously looks so much easier in the stand as well. That's the thing. I wouldn't have done that. I'd have scored this. I'd have done that. But yeah, as you say, it's a complete physical. It's a complete roller coaster because you're working so hard in the gym. But mentally, as I say, it's important that I'm lucky. I've got a really good support network around me. My family, my wife. I touch on the medical staff here who are absolutely fantastic as well, helping you get through that. And it is just the sake of trying to hit these. Selfishly for me, you're looking back and you're trying to, chalk down the months, right, this one's done, you hit the marker, that one's done, on to the next one, what's next, and you're expecting it to be some big, grand, you hit this last one, the balloons go off, the confetti comes down, and it's not, do you know what I mean, and it's just kind of like, it's almost as if it's the saying of, oh, you win the game, it's right, what's the most important one, the next one, and it's like, you've done that, it's like, right, what's the next thing, right, it's training, okay, how much are we doing, a little bit of this, right, then you come out and it's just constantly evolving, constantly moving, and you've just got to try and keep up with that.
So how long were you doing everything in training, fully training, before that Coventry game where you were back integrated in the squad?
I was back, my first training session with the boys was the start of December, the 1st of December, and then obviously, as you can imagine, the sports science and physios and things had built a kind of plan to try and drip feed me back into training, do a little bit kind of contact, non-contact, but credit to the physios and Kieran Stimpson especially, probably they built a plan before I got to that 1st of December stage, which I myself felt confident of being able to get dropped into training and feeling fine, because as much as it's a physical injury, it's a mental one as well. You think you're coming back and you've got to think all these things, the first tackle, the first run, the first, how's my knee feeling there, so you've got to kind of,
that's the scariest bit.
Be ready for all these things, yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Everybody kind of just thinks like, right, 1st of December, that's you kind of ready to go, and it's not naivety not to think it, but you've got to kind of give yourself almost a little bit of grace to kind of get yourself built back up again, as much as you want to hit the ground running and be ready to go. So, yeah, I think there's that as well.
I can tell I'm not a professional athlete, because when you said 1st of December coming back, I was like, if I could just delay it till the end of the year, then there's a nice little Christmas. And that's why I'm not a footballer.
Yeah.
You mentioned being close with Lee, obviously through the injury, but is there who are you closest around, sort of on an everyday perspective?
Obviously, Dykesy, me and him kind of both signed really similarly on the same day almost. They'd gone through, and obviously with that Scotland ball, we've got a really close friend as well who kind of put us in touch just before we both signed here, just saying, he'll look after you, blah blah blah. So
who
I get
looks
on
after
who? Well, that's the thing exactly. You've probably met Dykesy, so I'll let you decide that. But no, as I say, it's a great dynamic in the changing room, and it's a really good bunch of boys.
Looking at the bigger picture, I mean, obviously coming back from injury first and foremost and starting to play again is obviously your primary target. But looking at the bigger picture, you touched on the project here at Birmingham City and just how massive it is. how exciting and how much of a motivation is that to you on a personal level as well?
I think anybody that comes in the building, whether that's staff, playing staff, or non-playing staff, it's what everybody wants to be a part of. I think everybody can see that this train's moving, and I think it's up to you whether you're a part of it. As I touched on it earlier, things are constantly evolving here, whether that's you see the things with the training ground, the stadium, the sports quarter. These aren't kind of just talks and then it kind of just fades away into nothing. It seems very real, and as I say, it's up to you whether you're a part of that, and that obviously starts every day in training, how you are as a professional, and then the performances on the pitch as well.
With those grand plans as well, obviously with the stadium announcement and stuff, do you get like ex-teammates reaching out or other footballers that sort of speaking about Birmingham as well?
For sure. Obviously I kind of seen it before I signed, just obviously the ownership that comes in and you see it from afar. Everybody's obviously so clued up now in football in terms of ex-teammates or family members know that you're involved and just think, oh, that looks really cool from afar. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously, luckily I'm blessed that I'm a part of it. So as I say, I want to obviously work as hard as possible to try and experience these things here.
Do you think that affects your thoughts about the future? I know you've played, there's a lot of pressure playing for Glasgow Rangers as well, but the pressure that's put on this club now for the success and the future, do you think about that, or do you just...
Not so much, because it is not far away, do you know what I mean? These things will come around really fast. But I think we're really good in terms of getting the mindset of not looking too far ahead. That kind of stuff off the pitch will take care of itself for us. We can't really affect that. All we can affect is how we're training every single day, and then how we're shaping up at the weekend and how our performances are going to be, and that's as a collective, as a team. And then whether you look into that selfishly as a player, how are you preparing for training, how are you preparing for games, and then how are your performances at the weekend. So that kind of stuff will take care of itself, and as I say, hopefully your performances match that and you can be a part of the good stuff happening here.
So I suppose from a personal point of view, you've got maybe 20 games left this season, to be part of that and then get to the summer and either be involved in a World Cup or enjoy your break.
For sure.
And then come back and hit the ground running.
Exactly, absolutely. It's easy as that, isn't it?
Love that, Scott. Thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to see you back, especially at St Andrews, and we're really looking forward to it.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Cheers, Scott. Quality.
Richie, news?
Blues news?
Yep.
Let's do it. A new year, a new faces at Birmingham City, as the club have already been busy in the January transfer window with Kai Wagner, Asato Miyagawa, Lotta Lindstrom and Sinead Hopcroft joining the Blues ranks.
Yes, and a massive congratulations to V Sari for picking up the WSL2 goal of the month for a stunning strike, a free kick against Durham.
A beauty. Some big opportunities for our youngsters as Poppy Irvine and Ebony Locke have joined Cheltenham and Derby County respectively on loan for the remainder of the season. Best of luck to those two.
Birmingham City's men's fixture against Stoke City on the 24th of January will be the club's annual Arthur's Memorial Match Day, continuing to honour the young fans' legacy.
And Birmingham City will face Leeds United in the fourth round of the FA Cup after a wonderful 3-2 victory over Cambridge United.
Great win. Let's have a look at the highlights.
That's that reverse ball again. Running out to Marvin Dutch. Dutch trying to be unselfish. Furuhashi and Wagner! Kai Wagner, with his first Birmingham City goal, has broken the deadlock on the half hour. An assist on his debut, and now a first goal in blue. Furuhashi couldn't get there. And then the little flick off the defender, Joe, takes it past the goalkeeper and in. And Birmingham City can maybe breathe a little easier. Dutch back to Wagner, who had to launch one. And Clara has launched one. This is Rossi. Oh, he's been robbed by Furuhashi, who's got to do this himself, and he has! Kyogo Furuhashi, who's waited so long for another Birmingham City goal. One in the League Cup, and now an FA Cup goal to his name. Gibson. To Doyle. Oh, and he's found Marvin Dux! And that is free. Cambridge United have been undone trying to play out. 2 for Dutch last time out, now 1. Unselfish from Doyle, deadly from Dutch. Just helped it on its way and into the corner. Cambridge United have thrown on as many subs as they can attacking-wise, and here's Apere. Oh, he's thrown Neumann. Neumann has it back, but he's presented it to Sully Kaikai. And the substitute strikes with 10 minutes to go. Well, that set-piece opportunity, one that you presume will go deep to the far post. It does. And the knockdown finds Kaikai! And it's 3-2. Well, maybe the great escape is on. Just a minute of normal time to go. In the end, it is Birmingham City's night. They've won here and are in the fourth round.
Great win on the road for the Blues, and amazing to see Kyogo finally get on the score sheet, Tommy.
Yeah, fabulous for him, wasn't it? And it was a really well taken goal.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't look like when he takes that touch, he makes it the whole goal for himself, takes the touch, has another 3 more, and the ball's bounced in. It's a dodgy pitch. He stroked it away like he scored in each of his last 5 games.
It's also one of those where it could be a danger if having too much time on the ball and thinking and overthinking, which we've seen him do previously, like one-on-one chances, overthinking, which those sorts of chances can be more difficult, can't they?
Yeah, so much more difficult. The more time you've got to think, the more time you think of something else to do. So it's, yeah, certainly one-touch finish when it happens quick is the easiest finish in the world. That one is one of the most difficult.
Did you think as well, for me, one of the nicest bits of it as well, because through all this period as well, the fans and everyone's been behind him, but when he scored, you know, all the players, I think even James Beadle ran up there to get the fans were behind him. Just for him to know he's got that support, it's just going to give him confidence going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's integral to a successful dressing room, is that camaraderie, and they can feel his pain. You know, he's gone through an awful lot this season after such an impressive start that everybody's had his back, haven't they? The supporters have had his back. The manager keeps playing him without scoring, so fair play to the manager for keeping going, and hopefully now that sets him up to go and get 20 league goals.
And we saw the confidence skyrocket because there was a beautiful attempt that hit the post just afterwards, and also to do that on the road as well, because our form hasn't been great on the road, so to do it on the road is a really, really nice sign as well.
No, I was doing core comms for the game. I thought it was a very, very good cup tie. You expect the lower division team to put you under pressure for a little bit, with the exception of the last 10 minutes injury time where it was a little bit edgy and they were under the cosh after they'd got 2 quick goals. I thought it was a really good performance, a good cup tie in difficult conditions because the fog was coming in. So if it had gone on any later, who knows whether the game would have finished.
Tom, you say it was a great sort of night for a cup tie, but maybe not a great night for your eating habits.
It was very cold.
Yeah.
I was there very early on street parking, made sure I got a good parking space. And I used my voucher early for my Bovril burger and chips.
Bovril, oh wow, that's a nice 3-courser.
There was no lounge, so we were sat outside for 2 hours. Matt Delaney and I were shivering before kick-off. And as the fog comes in, I'm just thinking, queue was too big for the toilets at half-time. I'm just thinking, please don't go to extra time and penalties. So I was delighted when that final whistle went.
What an absolute pro he is, am I right? Wouldn't catch you doing that, would we?
Well, I'd just be in the away end, you know, supporting. But obviously, if Tommy couldn't get his Bovril at half-time, I feel really sorry for him.
We need to talk about Kai Wagner. Obviously played 2, 1 assist, 1 goal. He's looking special, isn't he?
Yeah, really good performance. Obviously the assist early in the Coventry game as well. And the manager's spoken about his preparation and how difficult it is coming into the club, ready to play straight away in the Coventry game. And then I thought he was outstanding again at Cambridge, because that's a different experience, isn't it? It's far easier to go and play at St Andrews in the Championship, but then to go and your first ever FA Cup debut at Cambridge in those circumstances, and then to get his goal, he's just hit it hard. I think it was going in anyway when you see the replays of it behind that, but a deflection takes it in and takes the pressure off the team a little bit.
It's just great though, isn't it? Like, I think it was well documented after the Coventry game, but so like obviously the MLS season had finished, hadn't it? Get himself up to speed, and then I think just even as fans to see the confidence that he could say to the gaffer that he was ready to play for that Coventry game. I just thought his passing was so direct as well, wasn't he? Even some of the slide tackles thrown at me. He endeared himself to the fans within that first 45 minutes, hadn't he? Not just with the assist, but just with his sort of tenacity and the way he got at the game as well.
And that's what you hope as a new player coming to the club, particularly in the January window, when everything's rolling for you, and then you come to the club, it's about how quickly can you find your feet and hit the ground running. He couldn't have done it any quicker, could he? He was at 6-7 minutes, something like that, and they're already cheering his name.
When you're a new signing at a club like Birmingham City Football Club, well, obviously there are expectations to get stuck in, be tenacious and work hard. Is that something that's sort of briefed to you when you sign for the club? Like maybe outside of other football clubs that you may have played for, especially at this club, to work hard?
I think what's even more difficult is if it's somebody that's played in the English leagues, you know all about Birmingham City.
Right.
But he's come from the MLS.
Exactly.
So he'll have done an awful lot of research in the last couple of weeks and been, I know, delighted to join the football club. But still, that atmosphere at St Andrews on his debut would have been a big shock to him. So I'm certain of that. When you come from the MLS into the Championship and St Andrews at Knighthead Park, it's very, very different. So, hats off to him for the way that he started, and hopefully he continues.
Well, he made a big splash, Richie.
Yep.
Also in the January transfer window, our women's team have been making a big splash with some of their signings as well. We've been taking a behind-the-scenes look at some of the new arrivals.
Was that alright? Sorry, there was a bit of in there. I know you told me the questions, but I couldn't remember one of them. Oh no.
As I said earlier, a lot of business already done this transfer window. Tommy, give us a bit of insight into the January transfer window versus maybe the summer one.
It's always more difficult, but I think it's more tinkering with your squad. You know what players have not particularly been playing, and you know what positions you want to strengthen, but notoriously more difficult to bring in what you want in the January window. You have so much more time to prepare for it, the summer one, because obviously contracts run out, and then different division, you need different players. In the January one, it's more amending your squad as opposed to improving.
You speak about also the impact that players can bring in. Is it hard for that player to sort of bring that impact? We speak about Kai Wagner and what he did, but that almost feels a bit unusual for January. Is it hard to sort of bed yourself in because you're straight at it straight away?
Yeah, I think so. The obvious one is a goal scorer comes in and starts scoring straight away. Difficult to do. But predominantly, or it's very rare, you do international transfers in the January one. That's why I think the Kai Wagner one is exceptional in the way that it's been done and handled. So yeah, very, very difficult, but still, I mean, we've still got a couple of weeks left of the transfer window. I would expect several ins and outs.
Tom, we know how ambitious the owners are. It is January, it is a tricky one, but do you sort of look at any different areas that we need to strengthen in?
I think sometimes in the January window it's what's available as opposed to what you want, because a lot of clubs will keep a bigger squad. We've seen so many clubs in our division this year hit by injuries and suspensions. So I think, yes, you're planning for next season also, but perhaps we've seen one defensive signing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me if there's more, and the midfield and wider areas.
Yeah, was a World Cup year make a bit of a difference as well, just with that, well, especially with how many teams have qualified and the people that are going as well? Yeah,
I think everybody that thinks they've got a chance of going to the World Cup wants to be playing. Absolutely, we understand that, but it's also a case of having team players engaging in the dressing room, because it is a grind from now till the end of the season.
Yeah.
Is a grind. It's not downhill from here. It is hard work, graft, and that team ethic in the dressing room is what's vitally important. So you need to have that.
Well, we need people to make a big impact. And speaking of big impact, Richie, I believe you spoke to someone that is having a massive impact on the Birmingham boxing scene.
Yeah, absolutely. I sat down with Ibraheem Spider Sulaimann to talk about beliefs, boxing, and of course, Birmingham City.
He weighed in at 132.2 pounds. He's undefeated.
Ibraheem Spider Sulaimann, pleasure to meet you, brother.
Thank you, mate.
Bet you could really put some work in this gym, that is for
100%,
sure.
especially for an athlete, you can't ask for anything better.
Spider, let's talk all things Birmingham and the city as well.
Yeah.
What does the city mean to you personally?
To me, it means everything. I was born and bred in Birmingham. The first half of my life, I never even left the city, so everything was engraved in the city, and here we are.
I think you said off camera as well that you, at the moment, you're like 10-minute walk from the stadium itself, from St.
About a 15-minute walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think all of that, the city, your proximity to the stadium as well, how close you are, how do you think that's shaped you and shaped your life?
It means a lot to me, because even like my family's the season ticket holders and stuff, so it makes life easy. Literally 15-minute walk down, I'm in the stadium watching the game.
You're becoming, obviously you're growing and growing as an athlete, and you're now associated or being managed by another icon of Birmingham City, JK. How did that relationship come about? How did it start?
I was about 18 years old as an amateur, and one of my uncles knew JK as a personal friend, and took it from there. He mentioned it to him, and then from there he seen a little clip here and there. He shared 1-2 of my clips. We started talking, and then from there, like, I had a bad skin condition,
Right.
and JK came and gave me a bit of help, gave me a bit of guidance, and even just little things like gave me like new outfits and getting me this deal and this deal with Reebok, sending me some tracksuits and that. It just gave me extra fire in the gym. So from there, kept a good connection, and now here we are.
It's quality. Like that community spirit that Birmingham has in full effect, looking after each other. Yeah. Let's talk a bit boxing. How did you get into boxing in the first place, and why boxing over any other sport?
With boxing, my older brother used to do boxing.
Yeah.
And I joined one day in the Spider-Man outfit. Therefore, they call me Spider till today. And I used to have a lot of energy as a kid. I used to fight a lot in school and everything. Right. So it was a good channel to hit the gym and channel the energy in the right way.
10 fights.
Yeah.
10 wins. Yeah. 5 by knockout as well. Is that going to be your trademark, just knocking people out?
If the knockout's there, we take it. But yeah, I just like enjoying it. I'll go in there, enjoy it, and if the opportunity is there and I can knock them out, then why not?
Of course. What would you say to people that are watching this and that maybe look up to you? You know, you cited Prince Nassim Hamed as one of your inspirations. What would you say to anyone who's watching? Is like, yeah, I want to be like Spider.
For me, have strong faith. If you've got strong faith, you can go to certain levels that people who don't have faith can get to, and put the hard work in. Like I say to the youth nowadays, train hard and pray harder. You got to train hard, but you also got to have the faith to back it and to take to that certain level.
Birmingham City unveiled a brand new stadium. It looks incredible. What are your targets for the future, apart from, I assume, to fight there?
Of course, I want to fight there. I want to fight in St Andrews, to be fair,
yeah,
for like a world title. But for the future, I want to be undisputed in that arena. And it's a nice village. Like Birmingham as a whole, it's a great community. To bring that community into the new stadium and like the village, it's up in the Birmingham level.
Can't wait to see how your career skyrockets. But yeah, Birmingham is behind you, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Top man, thank you.
Birmingham all the way, from the bottom to the top.
Keep right on.
That's it, KRO.
Opening round from Sulaimann. Oh, big left hand drops. He stops it. What a fantastic debut.
He's still undefeated. Ibraheem Spider Sulaimann.
Humble guy, and great to see one of our own representing our city.
Absolutely, and him and JK clearly make a fantastic team. It's very, very exciting for the future of Birmingham with regards to boxing.
Tom, have you ever given boxing a go?
I've had a go pre-season quite often.
Yeah.
Actually,
with teammates or just was it a designated session?
Bit of both.
Bit of both. Yeah, nice.
We actually used to have a punch bag at West Hills when I was here. So when I had a little spell injury, then I was on the bag every day.
Nice.
So anybody wound me up,
yeah,
they were scared.
Did you just pin a picture of, say, Will, for example, onto the bag and then start laying into it?
We know which ex-teammate it would be.
Go on.
Who's
then.
that?
Robbie Savage.
I wouldn't be allowed to hit him. I'd break him.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'd definitely knock you out. But speaking of...
Somebody ring the bell, will you?
Yeah, I'll knock you out clean. But speaking of fights which need to happen, I actually need to have a fight with you two because you've actually been going on dates without telling me, haven't you, Richie?
Yeah, certainly have, yeah. It was wonderful, although Tommy did ghost me shortly afterwards, didn't you?
I didn't ghost you. I had to go and do the core comms. However, I have blocked you.
He has blocked me. Yeah, he's blocked my number. There's 87 unread messages.
Oh, lovely stuff. Were you in the Garrison? You were in the Duel?
We were.
Wonderful time. I'm not jealous, but we've got to have a look at it. So let's just roll the VT.
It's match day here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park, and Tommy, it's still 4 hours before kick-off, but I can feel the buzz around the stadium already.
Yeah, it's quiet, but you know there's a game coming, don't you? That wind's getting into my eyes already, Richie. I'm looking forward to it.
You're feeling quite emotional about this one because it's one very close to your heart, isn't it?
Yeah, these are not tears, that's the wind. No, it is, yeah, it's tear. The two teams, certainly the two teams that I won medals with.
Yes.
So you always look fondly upon them when it's all stopped.
Yeah.
You look for those two teams first. So yeah, really looking forward to the game.
It's Birmingham versus Watford. It's a 5-star occasion. You're dressed like a 5-star man, and we're going to experience some 5-star hospitality in the Duel and the Garrison, shall we?
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's a bit different.
Oh, this is stunning. Oh, yes.
Burger and an oxo.
Absolutely.
Burger and an oxo?
The best burger you've ever had, by the looks of things anyway.
Looks fabulous, mate.
Oh.
Looking forward to it.
Please. I know I just pulled the seat out for you. I can't believe it. I don't even do it for my wife.
Just when we're having a nice night away from him.
We can't escape him, can we? The Tommy Mooney Derby. He's even written himself. He's known as the Tommy Mooney Derby.
Has he?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers, have a nice day.
Cheers, pal. Enjoy.
Good eye contact. Enjoy. You're going to have to translate some of this to me. Tommy, you're a classy gentleman.
You got cranberry biscuit.
Oh, yeah, it is. Literally is, isn't it?
I'm not going to tell you fibs.
No, okay, yeah, fine. Yeah. Cranberry macaroon, yeah. Stilton mousse, okay.
Yeah.
Barbecue torched trout sounds.
I feel like that's full on high end.
I'm not even going to attempt.
I was waiting for you to go for that one.
No, the next one, go on.
That's new to me. Even at my age, that's new to me.
Can you pronounce the next one down?
Vadavan.
One more time. One more.
Vadavan.
Sounds like an ex-Dutch ex-footballer, doesn't he?
I think I played against him.
You probably put a hell of a sliding tackle in on Vadavan Spice Baby Carrot.
Yeah, I did. I think he got subbed. He was in my pocket for 70 minutes, Vadavan.
And then at half-time, you're going to be doing...
Well, I won't be here for
You won't be here.
half-time.
I'll have your lemon tart.
You can have my lemon tart.
2 lemon tarts at half-time.
I couldn't think of anybody else I'd rather have
Lemon tart.
my lemon tart. There you go, mate. This is what you come to see.
Never, ever get tired of this view. I bet this makes you miss it so much more.
Yeah, it's got a few in that goal. A few in that goal.
I am very, very jealous of that fact. This is stunning.
Looks
Bring
good,
it on.
doesn't it? So this is the Garrison.
Oh, now we're talking.
Malcolm, how are we? You okay, pal? Nice to see you again. Thank you very much. You got a wristband for me?
31.
Thank you very much.
Set up for you.
Lovely. Oh, thank you very much.
Please.
Sir. Thank you.
I'll just get my own, yeah?
Yeah, you just get your own. There you go, Will.
Here in spirit. Tommy, I have had a wonderful date. It's been stunning.
It's been nice.
I would say it was 100% down to you, but it was 90% down to the service that we have had.
The food, the service.
Yeah.
Just 2 really good lounges, wasn't it? Thoroughly
Stunning.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Extends the evening. Now
does.
I've got to go to work.
You've got to go and work at the Tommy Mooney Derby whilst I kick back and relax and enjoy the football.
Enjoy it, mate, and I'll see you back in the studio.
See you in the studio. Now, we want to take a moment to acknowledge a very special person that we unfortunately lost, who was a huge part of the Blues family. We lost Robert Hopkins at the age of 64 on Sunday.
Yeah, Robert was truly one of our own, experiencing the boyhood dream of playing for your boyhood club. He made over 170 appearances and he played a key role in winning this promotion back to the First Division in 1985. And he was an ever true supporter, being there home and away. And Tom, someone that you knew very well.
Yeah, Hoppy, as we all know him. Former teammate of mine in the Former Players. After we'd both retired, we played for the Former Players Association. And he was an integral part of that. always the life and soul of a dressing room. Two of my closest mates in football, Tony Coulton and Mick Hartford, good mates with Hoppy, and let me tell you, if anything goes wrong, it's them three that you need by your side. So sadly lost Hoppy, really good friend, and like I say, former players. I know on the group chat that we have, everybody's sent their condolences to Hoppy's family, and I'm sure we say the same.
And a fan of the club, obviously before, played, and then an ever-present home and away after as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, during my time as a player here, Hoppy made it very, very clear what he thought of my performances because he does every home game and like you say, away trips as well. So, yeah, massive Blues fan. Anything to do with the football club, if you asked Hoppy to do it, he would do it. Great bloke, sadly missed.
You touched on it briefly just then, but how would you sum up your relationship off the pitch?
Good mates, shared a few pints after a few games, and he always has an opinion on the game of football. So, yeah, it makes me smile when I think of Hoppy, and I think that's always a good thing. When you think of ex-teammates or former players, if they make you smile, then they've done something right, and Hoppy certainly makes me smile.
And that's a wrap for this week's Blue Rising, first one of 2026, done and dusted. Thank you so much, Tommy, for coming in. Thank you so much, Scott Wright, as well, coming in.
Tommy, first time you've seen me since the Christmas show.
Yes.
We had a lovely time there, didn't we? A little Christmas special.
We did, didn't we? So many guests, all in one afternoon. So really good time at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. But it's been a little break. I've really enjoyed seeing you boys.
It was wonderful chaos, wasn't it?
Yeah,
wonderful chaos.
And we're going to be doing plenty more of that as well. So make sure you get involved
Bring
with
it on.
that. And we'll be chatting more things Blues next week on Blue Rising. Keep right on.
Straight to Hopkins though. He's done well here, Hopkins. Pulls it back for Hartford. Brilliant run by Hopkins. Hartford collects the ball. He and Stevenson going in together. But they'll both say that the goal was really made by Hopkins. Brilliant run